Wait, what's my Twitch name so I can log in?
Yeah. Yes, we're live. We can be heard now.
I don't remember what your Twitch name is.
As well. There we go.
Yes, I just realized my Twitch is not muted. Hold on. Okay, now Twitch is muted.
I just double checked my Twitch too to make sure mine.
Yeah, I could hear myself suddenly, and I was like, "This is strange. I don't like this."
Okay, so Phantom, I don't know why Wisebot is up there. I can ban him.
Yes, just kick him out. Say no.
Banned.
Be gone.
There we go. I did not mean to. I think I did something wrong with Wisebot. So
No more
there we
Wisebot.
go. Wisebot's
Now
gone.
we have Moobot
Moobot should be in
and
there.
Nightbot. And the
Well,
stream elements bot.
Nightbot shouldn't do anything. Either should
Yeah.
I turned everything off on them. I just never got rid of the bots.
They're just hanging out.
Yeah.
All the bots. That's right.
Many bots. Handle it.
Handle it. Yeah.
I see Moobot and Nightbot and MachicBot. MachicBot is actually Stream Elements. I was able to name it. And Moobot's what we're actually using. And then
your alter ego.
No. All right.
Moobot or
you ready?
MachicBot?
Here comes our first pictures, guys. You ready?
Yeah.
Bink.
Ready.
Look at us. We're here now.
There's a delay. There we are.
Oh, yeah. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's premiere episode, our first episode of Pathfinder 2E's Extinction Curse. I am Machik. I am going to be the dungeon guide for our run of this adventure path. That's what they call it in Pathfinder 2E. For those that don't know much about Pathfinder 2E, I'm learning a lot. I've never run a Pathfinder 2E. I've never played in a Pathfinder 2E. I just really found Pathfinder 2E really interesting and exciting, and it was something that I decided that I wanted to run. And luckily, I have some wonderful people who are willing to run things with me. Before we go any further, I'm going to let each player introduce themselves and give us a little information about themselves as well as their characters. And you'll get to know more about their characters as we begin tonight's session. So why don't we start with Evelyn? Why don't you start?
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Evelyn. What should I do? Should I say where to find me and stuff, or?
Yes, you can do that.
Okay. Yeah, I am a Theater Evie on Instagram and Twitter. And I can also be found on Blue Box RPG on Twitch very regularly. So if you want to see other stuff that I do, that's where you can find me. Tonight, and hopefully for the foreseeable future, I will be playing Lorana Silvergleam. She is a half-elf sorcerer. Yes. I will reveal more as we start.
I'm okay keeping some of those secrets.
Yes.
All right, Sarah, you're up.
Oh, hi. My real name is Sarah. I go by Allie B in a lot of places right now. On Instagram, I'm Allie.B because Allie B was taken. I'm playing Grog the Barbarian. He's the cook at the carnival, and that's about it so far.
That works. All right, Jake, you're up.
Yeah, I'm Jake. I be playing Jax, Health Elf Ranger, and I'm excited to see where this goes because it's been a very long time since I've done this. So I'm very happy they're taking me along for the ride. So.
And Larry, you round us out.
I'm going to be playing Tinderleaf. It's going to be a half-elf bard in the circus. Just a younger, more maybe naive, optimistic bard. And there is no at me because I don't really have a presence. This is it, y'all.
All right. So a couple of things for those that may be new to Pathfinder that we're going to be implementing here on Roll for Perception's Extinction Curse podcast. First off, hero points. Hero points are really interesting. Hero points can be used usually in one of two ways. Oh, thank you, Phantom NJ.
Oh my gosh,
Woo!
gave a sub to me.
They can be used in one of two ways. You can use one hero point and you can re-roll something. It's not advantage. You don't get to roll 2 dice and take the better of the two. Instead, you roll one, it's a bad roll. You roll the second, you take that second roll regardless of what it is. Also, if you are dying, if you are in your death throes, you can use all of your hero points to come back to life. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, wow, then why wouldn't somebody just kind of save up a bunch of hero points over a couple sessions and then use them? Well, here's the thing. Hero points cannot be saved past a session. What that means is hero points they gain today can be used today, but they cannot be used again next week. At the start of every session, everybody here gets 1 hero point. So all of you all now have 1 hero point for today, meaning that you have the ability to either again reroll or hopefully you're not on death's door by the any point tonight. But if you are, you can indeed come back to life. So that's a big difference. The other big difference that you're going to find as you watch us in Pathfinder 2e is that combat runs a little differently. It uses 3 action economy, meaning every turn in a round you have 3 actions that you can make. It's regardless on whether it's what we would consider in D&D an action, a bonus action. It doesn't separate it that way. And so you're going to see combat that is a little different than what you generally see in D&D. A lot of D&D is about running up to something, standing there and whacking away at it. In Pathfinder, what you're going to see is that you're going to see a lot of maneuvering. Attack of opportunities do not exist in Pathfinder like they do in D&D. Very few creatures have attacks of opportunity, and very few of the classes actually have attack of opportunity. So something to be aware of. This is an adventure path. Our lovely cast here will actually go from levels 1 to 20 by the end of it, if we can make it all the way to the end. There are 6 parts of this adventure path, and each part has 4 chapters. It is very extensive. It's a lot of really interesting things. And if you've never been in Golarion before, this is a chance for you to kind of explore it and learn a little bit about it. We're actually starting in one of the areas that is kind of considered the main hub of Golarion. So, all right. Any questions from the players?
Nope.
Everybody feeling super confident right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Those that are watching, please let me know how the sound sounds. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. What you'll
I
notice...
see a green screen.
Where?
Is that just me
Where?
on Twitch? Never mind, it was just me.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I had to refresh.
Oh, good. So, one of the things that I am allowing, if you look in channel points, you can give a hero point, but it's 10,000 because hero points should be given only in exceptional instances. Additionally, and I put a lot of thought into this, I am going to allow hero points to be given out via bits, but unlike what we do at Blue Box, which shout out to Blue Box RPG, make sure you watch them tomorrow night. I'm a part of that cast, and they have multiple things, so I am stealing some of the things that they do because, what works. But because my feeling is that hero points aren't to be given lightly, because when I give hero points as a DM, I'm allowed to give hero points out. And it's usually because of exceptional role play or exceptional something they did crafting wise or something that is moving. So I'll be giving out hero points during it as well. But if those watching want to do it, I am going to say, but it's going to be 500 bits so that they don't happen as often as what we see over at blue box for advantage, because it's different than advantage disadvantage, right? It is very much a way to keep them alive sometimes. So, all right. I think then with that, it is time to begin our adventure into Extinction Curse. So to do that, we need a little bit of music. The Circus of Wayward Wonders performs in an enormous tent capable of holding hundreds of people. And that's a good thing, as it seems the entire population of Aberton has come out for tonight's show. Want to make sure the sound is okay. Many of the town's most prominent citizens, including the mayor, are among the throng jostling for seats, peering at the three rings that fill the center of the tent, and waiting excitedly for the show to begin. As the lights go down and the audience settles onto their seats, the circus performers take their places backstage, awaiting their cues. Suddenly, several of the performers closest to the curtain that separates the three rings from the rest of the tent leave their assignments, gathering in a small crowd to exchange frightened whispers and hushed gasps. Amid the group, his body contorted as if caught forever in the throes of terrible pain, is the corpse of Ringmaster Myron Thunder Stendhal. Everyone in the circus knew Myron for his amazing, powerful voice that could bring instant silence to the largest crowd, and he knew everything there was to know about putting on a successful performance. Now he's dead, but the crowd is still out there, and they're expecting a show. Heroes, you begin your adventure, crowded around Myron's body, with several of the other performers. Members of the circus, shocked, afraid, uncertain what to do next. This was their leader. This was the one that made this circus successful. Look, the first priority always should be ensuring that the show continues as planned. As the other performers stare at the corpse, whisper to each other, and anxiously peer around the curtain, the professor, a thin and frail veteran of the circus, looks up. Well, what are you all standing around for? His weak voice is barely audible in hushed silence. Have you seen the crowd? We haven't ever had a tent packed this full. There's a show to put on, and we have to find a way to do it. So finish your makeup, get into your costumes, and send in the clowns. Quickly following the professor's advice, the circus clowns immediately bound through the curtain into the three rings that are set out in the circus. The professor, knowing that amongst his many performers are four that have traveled the world in one way or another, walks over to you. Look, I know this is going to be a shock for many of these performers. Many of them have never had to deal with worldly things, chances of death, other than what can happen within the three rings. Look, Myron had not yet settled on the order of the performances tonight. I ask that the four of you figure out the order and make sure that tonight's show can go on. And once all that's said and done, we can move on from there. He looks at the four of you.
Well, I mean, I guess I can go first.
Good. I'll leave it up to you to decide the rest of the order then. So at this point, real quick, what I'm going to do is let those watching know that part of tonight's event is a circus performance. And you will see many performances. Some of those performances may be performed by our wonderful players. So, players, I hear Grog has a performance prepared. Is that correct?
Suppose so.
Before you go any further than that, though, a performer that you've seen walking around runs up to the group. Hey, I just overheard. I listened. Did the professor say that you four were deciding the acts tonight?
That
Yes.
sounded a bit like what he was telling us, yes?
Fantastic. Look. If you don't know my name, I'm Axel. All right. I've been talking to Myron over the week. I really have something that I think the audience will love. What he said was that I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared for this performance, but I believe that I am. I believe that I have what it takes. Look. Let me explain to you a little bit about what my performance entails. It's fascinating. The name of it is called Axel's Amazing Aviary.
You do things with birds. Is that what you're telling me?
I produce birds from underneath my cloak. They fly, they sing, they deliver sweets to children in the audience.
I think I'm gonna trust Myron's decision. I don't know about you, Lorana.
Seems a bit peculiar to me.
Well, let me ask you a question. How many acts do you need tonight? I believe usually it's 7. How many acts do you have?
Well, but of course we have Grog there, and I have my magic that I do. I don't know about Tinderleaf. How are you feeling about your music tonight, friend?
So we're just gonna ignore the dead person. Just gonna ignore it.
We're not ignoring him. We still have to put on a show.
First things first.
Exactly.
Okay. So, do you want to see my trick? I can show you, and maybe even as the opening act. I mean, the opening act usually is something very simple. Is not something super exciting. Just give me this one chance. I'm begging you. Look. If it's a complete abomination, I'll never perform again.
I suppose everyone deserves a chance.
I guess tonight can't get much worse.
Oh.
It's already been a bad night.
And Axel throws up his hands. Thank you so much. And he goes over and he shakes each of your hands very, very emphatically. Thank you. I'm going to go finish getting ready. And Axel heads off to prepare. While that's happening, as Axel heads off, another one of the performers comes up to you. This is a member of the Featherfall 5, the Kambali family. They are tightrope walkers, and it's Tradak who comes to you. He's very furrowed frow. Excuse me. Look, I understand we're under some very specific pressures right now. But I feel that there is more danger to be had. We have just checked, and it appears that someone has sabotaged our nets.
Well, that could be. How can you tell it's sabotage exactly?
They have been torn, it appears. Here. And he shows you a piece of the netting that has come off, the netting that sits below their high wire act. Here, look at this.
You know, I'm starting to feel like there might be something that's just maybe we should just cancel tonight. Somebody's dead, someone's sabotaging another act. It just kind of makes sense. Why should we risk our lives when something could be going on behind the scenes?
So who took the net that I handed it to?
I did not.
Okay.
I did.
Can you give me a perception check?
I can indeed. Let me see. All right. That's a 5 on the die. I don't know what to add to it. Because perception's not on my list.
Your perception is...
Oh, that's right. It's tied to my. It's a +4. That's right. It's a separate thing. It's so that's 9. It's a 9.
It's a 9. So you look at it, and you can't make heads or tails of what might have caused the ripping of the net.
She'll hand the piece of net back.
I'm gonna grab the net before she hands it back, and I'd like to take a good look at it.
Okay.
That would be a 20, not natural.
All right. So you study it a bit closer. You really kind of dig into it, look at the fibers, and what you realize is it hasn't been sabotaged, but it's been chewed through by rats. Which seems a bit unusual.
Would I know if we have a rat problem in the tent? Or if anybody does animal handling in the tent?
There are animal handlers, but there are none that deal with rats specifically. And up until today, there has not been any type of rat infestation.
I hand the rope back to him, and I tell him that it looks like it's been chewed through by a rat.
He looks at you. This is not good. Look, I'm not sure we can perform. I understand that we're one of the prized performances, but to perform without a net would be frightening for me and my family. And there doesn't seem to be time to repair the nets. I apologize, but it seems that you may have one less act tonight.
All right. Well, I would say just see what you can do about getting the repairs made to those.
Would we know anybody around us who has an easier, faster, any of the veterans of the circus, so to speak?
I mean, you know many of the performers. I mean, you've had dealings with them. This is a mixed bunch of performers that have come together after leaving a circus that was run by a tabaxi ruthless dictator. And so the people that have left are people who wanted to get away from that. So as far as veterans go, it's a mixed bag. Some are veterans, some are new. For example, Axel is fairly new.
How long has the circus been in this location?
This is their first performance in Aberton.
Okay.
So they've been there probably about a week.
We're in
Go ahead.
we're in the village proper.
Yes. You're just outside the village proper. There's no place
Okay,
to set
yeah.
up a tent in the village proper. But there's a stream out back, etc.
Okay.
But this is your first performance at a village as opposed to small settlements and homesteaders. So this is the big time for the Circus of Wayward Wonders.
Maybe this particular town has a bit of a rodent problem.
It could.
Wouldn't be the first town that has one.
Yes.
And so it's time for the first performance. So Axel will head towards the curtains. Ready?
Frog just covers his face.
Ready to give a full performance. And then he just stops at the curtain.
Everything all right, lad?
Oh,
Oh,
it's just stage fright. What do we do?
Well, I think I could possibly give you a little help there. And she's gonna kind of hold a hand out and cast guidance on him. That might give you a little bit of a pep in your step.
Roll a diplomacy check for me.
All right. I got good diplomacy. Ooh, that's better. That's better. That's dirty 20.
He looks at you. He takes a deep breath in. Thank you.
You can do this.
And he parts the curtain and he steps out. Real quick, everybody grab 10 XP for that. Make sure you mark it down.
Okay.
Where do we add those at?
You can write it down anywhere right now. Just keep track of your XP. And from backstage, you can hear the crowd. The crowd begins to go wild. It's amazing. They are screaming. They are hollering. They have been waiting for this. And Axel begins his tricks. He has a large cloak over his shoulder. He begins to make movements. And out of one cloak, 3 birds fly out, up, all the way around, and then back into the cloak. Then he opens up the other cloak. 3 more birds fly out, around, and this time they land on 3 different people's shoulders. And then they take back off, and they come back around, and then back within his cloak. And finally, he opens both cloaks, and all of the birds come out, little pieces of candy in their mouths, and they land, they find children, and they drop the candy at the children's feet, and they all fly back into his coat. And the crowd goes crazy.
What is this magic?
So, the way, and since this is the first act, I'm going to explain it. The way the circus acts work is that each act has a, excuse me, at level 1 has a trick check and a trick trait. Man, I'm very bad at saying these words, so forgive me. Please forgive me. I know not what I do. So they have these trick checks and trick traits. And you roll, just like any other check, to see how well you do with your performance. So for our wonderful first performer, Axel, his traits are animal, and his check is nature +7. So we're going to roll to see how he did. He got a 19. That was close, but no cigar, is a success. One of the things that are interesting for for Pathfinder is you can get critical successes not just by rolling a 20, but if your roll and modifiers is plus 10 of what you have to beat. And so he just had to beat a 10. He rolled a 19, so it is a success. And as such, he will generate an excitement equal to the tricks level, which is 1. This excitement is added to the circus total's excitement for the show. So he has added 1 excitement for the show. Well done. Well done. Mm-hmm. All right. Continuing on. As we go through this, Eliza, another one of the performers, comes running up to all of you. Excuse me. I'm having a little bit of a situation here.
What's that?
Mr. Tickles. He doesn't seem to be doing well. What you see when she says Mr. Tickles is a giant anaconda that's wrapped around her body and her arm. He's lethargic and he won't eat or drink. I'm not sure what's going on. Could any of you take a look at him? He doesn't seem well. Do any of you know how to treat animals?
I think I can take a look.
And so she holds out her anaconda. Can you give me a medicine check, please?
You're muted, Jake.
And said probably yes. Fresh my memory how to do it here. I'm the program.
So you're just going to roll a d20, and looking at your skills, you are trained in medicine, so it'll be a +3. So whatever your d20 +3 is.
11 + 3
is 14. 14. You look at the anaconda, you study it for a second or two, and you realize that you have no idea what could be harming the snake. Without Mr. Tickles, I can't go on. This is no good. Anyone else know how to treat a anaconda?
I'll take a look at it.
Oh, thank you so much. She holds him to you, and roll me a medicine check.
19.
Wow, you are on a roll tonight. So you look him over, and you realize that this anaconda has goblin pox. Now, goblin pox isn't lethal. And Eliza goes, "Oh, it's only goblin pox? That's wonderful. Thank you so much." Okay. I don't know how he got the pox, though. I mean, he hasn't run into anything that could have given him that I know of.
What would I know about goblin pox? Like, do I know how it's spread to animals? Do I have any idea on that?
Give me a recall knowledge medicine check again.
What do I add for recall knowledge?
It's just going to be your medicine.
Well, that'd be a nice old 8.
So I can, goblin pox is something that occurs fairly regularly in cities. Though you're not certain which type of animals might have carried it. So you're not trained enough in that type of medicine to fully understand. Now, having said that, would you be willing, since you did identify it, would you be willing to attempt to treat the disease?
Yeah, I can attempt to treat.
All right, give me a D20 medicine check again, Mr. Doctor.
Oh, good lord. Yes. 22.
Well done. So you are able to suppress the snake's illness just enough to allow Eliza and Mr. Tickles to perform. Eliza will go on. Okay. She will have a -1 circumstance penalty to her checks because of Mr. Tickles' illness. So, but she will go on.
I had no idea that Tenderleaf liked snakes, but apparently he's pretty good at fixing them.
I was very impressed with that.
Well, I mean, I like all animals. I'm a vegan, for God's sakes.
Oh yes, I forgot. Oh.
So Eliza goes out, and Eliza has Mr. Tickles, and he's doing okay. He's doing, as best as he could be. And for her trick, she handles the deadly vipers of many kinds and dances with Mr. Tickles. This is an intimidation, and she's going to use she'll use her nature check because she has 2 checks she can choose from, and this is with an animal trait. So let us see how she does. Oof. So she goes out there, and Mr. Tickles, you suppressed his illness a little bit. But every time she tries to dance with him, he just kind of flops over. And she kind of holds him back up. And she looks at Mr. Tickles, we've got this. We can make it through. And he flops over again. Tries to dance again. Come on, Mr. Tickles, you got this. Flops over again. And she finishes her performance, and the audience isn't completely thrilled with what they saw there. So on a failure, what you get is... I love this because eventually I'm going to have all this memorized. But for today, I'm going back and forth in my notes. So with a failure, there's no effect. You don't generate excitement. You don't generate anticipation. But she did her performance, so that was well done. As she's coming off and the curtains open up, you hear some sounds. You hear what appears to be the sound of gamblers, of some people moving through the crowd, offering bets on various calamities. They're provoking the crowd. You hear, will one of the Featherfall 5 fall to their death? What are the odds on each family member to die? Will Mr. Tickles eat someone? We're taking bets now.
I'm going to peer out and see if I can figure out which one of them might be the leader.
Okay. So we're going to jump to our second view for tonight, which is right here. Whoa! And I'm already breaking things. There we go. I meant to do this. There we go. So we have our 4, and you said you are going to peer out. Okay. And you're trying to make out who's the leader? Okay, give me a perception check. You see over in the crowds, there's 3 of them, and they are moving through the crowds, disrupting everyone. They just continue to walk through. There is, they're jostling the members in the... Oh, none of you heard what Tinderleaf said? Oh, 1 second. Thank you for letting me know. So I think I know why. Give me 1 second. See, and this is that first night. I need to copy this. I need to paste it here. All right. No, I'm still don't have sound from you guys. Why don't I have sound from you guys? I know. We were doing so good too. That's the worst part. Yeah, that's what I'm... No, not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Online presence.
All right, you can hear
It's a
them
ghost.
here.
Yes,
So-
they can hear us here.
Okay, so then I'm gonna go here. There we go. Talk for me.
Hello.
There we go.
Yes. Yay.
All right, fantastic. All right.
Good news, everyone. We can
Alright.
be heard.
So for the players to see, I need to come in here. So this is enable disable player. Oh, no. Oh. So this is one of the new things. This map, I'm not sure how to get player view on. So it's one of the things that I'm still learning, because a lot of these have double maps. They have a map for me and they have a map for you. So you will have to use the Twitch screen to see this one. So I apologize.
That's
All right.
fine.
So
Okay.
and I was gotta stop grabbing that like that. There's no way to lock it in place. That's part of the problem. All right, so you do see there are 3 ruffians moving through the crowd. So what would you like to do?
Do we have any muscle that is with us? Any kind of bodyguards that help?
I am the muscle.
You all are the muscle.
Okay. How close are they to me?
Probably a good 50 feet, 60 feet. They're over
think-
here.
Do you think I could try to get close to them enough to use a spell on one of them?
You could. You could. What spell are you trying to use?
Trying to find my spells again.
So the spells that you have are Chill Touch, Daze, Guidance, Mage Hand, Prestidigitation, Charm, Magic Missile, and True Strike.
I believe I'd probably want to charm one of them.
You want to charm one of them.
Ah, there it is, yes.
All right. That looks like it's a 30 feet. So you're going to have to walk a bit over there. This is kind of in between acts, so I'm okay with that. So we're going to take you then and move you about into this area. This will be interesting. This will be interesting to see what happens. So I need to click this button. And all right. Well. Okay. Go ahead and roll for your charm. That is a... Or do I need to roll? Let me look. Target your... Oh, I've got to make a will save. Okay. So let me get my guys... I got to open up the encounter. Give me 1 second.
Are there any modifiers when casting?
You have your DC that they make the will save against, usually.
Yeah.
So whatever your class DC is your will save. But they have
DC, DC or AC?
DC. AC is your armor class. DC is what they are rolling against.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my DC. Where would that be at?
Are you on Wanderer's Guide on your character sheet?
I can be.
It's in the top right-hand corner.
Okay, cool, cool. I found it.
Wanderer's Guide sheet.
All right, so just got to add these guys to... I wanna add... Sorry, I'm trying to add people to our tracker, and it's not letting me add them.
That's just plain rude.
I know. Oh, I can click this though, can I? Yeah. Okay, so we'll save. All right, here comes so
Not sure if that was a good laugh or a bad laugh.
what do I have?
That sounds suspicious.
What do I have to? What do I have to beat? What's your AC on that?
DC.
Why don't
Or
you just
DC.
tell me what it was first, and I'll tell you if I beat it.
It's
You gotta beat a 14, man.
yeah, it's a 19. It's a 19. And unfortunately, he feels that. He feels the attempt. So now we are going to go into initiative.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, because it was locked? I will figure this out, darn it. I just want to add him to the initiative order. Why can't I do it? Make link share.
Do they need to roll for initiative?
Well, you do, but I need to add these other guys so that they can... Actually, you know what? I'm going to just do it manually. Yeah, go ahead and roll for your initiatives, and I'll roll for mine.
All right. Should we do it in the fantasy grounds or?
No, you can do it manually because I can
Alright.
type them in up here.
Okay, cool.
I'm trying to figure out how to do
And
Of course, now I get the high roll.
Any initiative? Any initiative bonus?
It's your perception is the
17.
initiative bonus, if I remember correctly.
Okay,
17 then.
don't hold on. Oh, because I have to add them to the map. That's why. So we're gonna put one there. Ah, there we go. I figured it out, guys.
Got it. Yeah.
oh, this is wicked handy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I know what my initiative is.
Okay.
I don't have to do the math for it.
So I need... You're in combat now, yes? Yep, you're good. Okay. Oh, I'm a numpty. I just said that, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
I love that word.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay.
I got it. All right, and then I'm gonna put your guys' initiatives in here. Bone or Jax, what was your initiative?
19.
Oh, it was okay. Grog.
15.
Oh, you guys already put them in.
Yeah, because we rolled.
Yeah, but we rolled in.
Oh,
program.
okay. Evelyn
23.
and Tinderleaf.
17.
There we go. All right. Initiative is up. Now, a reminder. Again, this is different than D&D, right? So you have
Right.
3 actions. Thank you so much, DM Dingabat. Oh, I can't talk. Okay. So you have 3 actions. And right now, the only one considerably close is going to be Tinderleaf. So, Evelyn, you can do your full movement if that's what you
I
want
would
to do.
like to do my full movement.
You can do it 3 times for 75 feet.
I don't need to do it that many times, I don't think, since they're only 50 feet away from us, correct?
Yeah, so hold on. So 5, 15, 20, 30. Oh, it might be farther than I thought. 30. That's 75.
Okay, so if I was to go right up to them, that's 75.
Right here.
But I don't want to do that.
Well, no, you're not up to them yet. They're up here.
Sorry, I'm having to look at the Twitch map. So how far to where he is?
You still have another at least another round of walking, full 3 actions.
Well, I like to be at range from them anyway, because
Okay.
I cast things.
So you're-
I'll take my full movement
Okay.
as far as I can go, so that I can get in range of being able to cast
All right.
spells.
What about you, Grog? Oh, no, Grog's not next. I'm sorry, Jax.
Again, I'm gonna keep range on this. Can I move up to? Oh, how do I point? Sort of right of where they are on the map. Be sort of in between the.
Okay, that's as close as I
seating
can.
and the circle.
That's as close as I can get you this round.
Oh, that's fine. So. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. So our first human here, he's gonna make a move. 10, 15. And he's gonna take an attack. Oh. And his attack, I gotta open his thing again. He's gonna attack with. What does he have? He's got fists. So he's gonna try punching you. So the first ruffian runs up. What are you trying to do? And swings a fist. What's your AC? It is. And he swings around and completely misses you. And then he's going to take his second, he's going to try and hit you with his other fist. Now, with this, for those that don't know, you actually take a penalty on your second attack of -5. Yeah, -5. 17. Oh. But he's gonna hit you with this second. And so, though he misses with the first swing, his second swing comes around, catches you in the side for 5 points of damage. All right. And that is his move. So, Tinderleaf, what are you going to do?
Okay. Are you keeping track of the damages, or do I need to do that?
I just did it up here. You can see it in the
He's not in
combat tracker.
Twitch.
Oh, no. Okay, gotcha. The combat tracker. So I've got it. I mean,
Okay.
you should too, just in case I make a mistake. But
Okay, so now you said that I can. So I can't see the Twitch stream, not yet, at least.
right.
How close am I to, say, an entertainment ring?
one of the rings. You're 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, roughly.
I would like to stride backwards into one of the entertainment rings, and I'd like to yell out to the crowd to behold the spectacle of fisticuffs.
Okay. All right. And these characters do not have attack of opportunity, so you're fine doing that.
And then what my character would like to do...
Hold on. So that's one action for your movement. That's one
Yes.
action for your statement.
So I
So
just
you
have
have
one action
you have
left,
one
right?
action left.
Okay. Let's see. Better make a good one.
Better be a good one.
Yeah, so... What does this do? Um...
What are you trying to do?
Well, have they? I'm not in close enough to be able to use my wait, can I cast True Strike and then attack, or is it just attack?
That's two actions, so no, you cannot do that.
And so I would have to do a range attack, correct?
At this point, yes.
I'm going to try to use my sling.
All right. So go ahead and make your attack roll with that. That is your sling. Okay, yep. So make your attack roll.
That is going to be a 16 to hit.
And that's with your +3.
Yes, with my +3.
16 to hit. And let me look at my AC. That will hit. Roll for damage.
5.
5 points of damage. All right. So when he feels that sling hit him, the audience gasps. And they start to whisper to each other. What's going on? Why are they attacking? What is happening? All right. Next up is our other two ruffians. You
skipped me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Grog. You're up next. I apologize, Grog. Thank you for catching it. What would you like to do?
Grog is going to use sudden charge. It's a 2 action
And what's it do?
ability. I quickly sprint up. I dash up to my foe and swing. I basically stride twice, so I move twice. And if I
In a single action?
Yep.
Okay.
And well, it's technically 2 actions. But if I end up in melee range, I can take a swing at him. But I'm betting I won't since I'm so far away.
No, that's where you'll get on 1. If that makes sense. Oops, I meant to do this.
Oh.
There we go. So that's how far you'll get on 1. So you still have. Is that a single action or a double action?
It's a double action.
Okay, so you have 1 action left.
I'm just going to yell at them.
Okay.
Like, no gambling in my tent.
All right. So then what happens next is no gambling in my tent. The crowd continues to be a little aghast at what the violence. They didn't come to watch violence. And so our next ruffian is having seen the first ruffian get injured, is going to begin to run away.
Right.
And then the second one is going to begin to run away. Oops. And so, go ahead. Oh, was somebody going to say something?
I was laughing.
Oh, okay.
They're afraid of Tinderleaf.
So now there's we're back to Lorana. Lorana, what would you like to do? You've seen two of the ruffians just sprint out of there. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to use one action to move forward again.
Okay.
I'm going to then stop. I'm not going to continue moving because I should be within 120 feet
You
of
are?
this last guy.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. So she kind of drops her staff like to the ground, or not like the bottom of her staff. She strikes it into the ground, and she's going to cast a message to that last guy that's standing there.
Okay.
And so, message, she mouths the words quietly, but instead of coming out of her mouth, they're transferred directly to the ears of my target. And that's one action to do that.
Okay.
And I'm going to look at him, and I'm going to say, or I'm going to mouth, so he hears. I think, you should take heed the actions of your, fellows there and make yourself, scarce around these parts. And, as my other action, to kind of emphasize the message, she's going to use her focus spell, Angelic Halo, and she's going to start, like, because it makes her glow with light, to kind of just give an extra punch of, like, I mean business. So she starts glowing with the Angelic Halo effect.
And you can see this ruffian's eyes. They begin to go wide-eyed. He's been hit in the side with a slingshot. His eyes are super wide now. Jax, what are you doing? The audience continues to whisper, again, still abhorring the violence they're seeing.
That last one is still there, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Can't take a hint.
Now,
Oh, and he could have
okay.
responded to my message, by the way, if he
Okay.
chose.
He did not choose.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna move up to that last one.
Okay. That's going to
And,
take 2 moves.
2 moves, and then can I ask him? What prep they had done to sabotage, if they had been responsible.
All right. So, hi, Fraley. So, that will end your turn.
Okay.
And so now we're on. And again, his eyes are wide. Hand on his side. He looks at Jax. Sabotage? We were just here. We were just here to make some money. Dude, that's all we were doing. And he turns. And he runs out. And so you all have managed to chase away the ruffians, and in the process have gained 60 XP. Make sure you mark it down.
So Grog kind of puffs up and he's like, yeah, I showed him.
All right.
It's curious. They seem to know a little bit about what was going on around here.
Am I able to address the crowd?
You are able to address the crowd.
I look up and I try to puff myself up in the most bardic of fashions. I try to let my charisma flow, and I yell to the good people to do not be alarmed or afraid. Those people were taking bets on the on the lives of our comrades and the lives of the people who are here to entertain you. We are simply showing you that we are skilled not only in entertainment, and then I do like a kind of like a fisticuff thing, you know, like the old timey fist, but also to defend ourselves Please do not take bets upon our safety, and remember to tip your bar wench. And I bow and walk away.
All right, give me a diplomacy check.
Diplomacy? Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
oh, before he does it, guidance! I'm gonna cast guidance on him.
Okay. See, diplomacy. Where's that at?
You get a +1 to your roll.
A +1 to my roll.
Yep. And your diplomacy on your character is +7. So that'll be a +8 plus whatever you roll.
Whiffed it. That'll be a 10.
Did you add your +1?
I did.
Oh no!
Wait a minute. So you got 8. You rolled a 2.
Yes.
All right.
Oh.
And the audience wholeheartedly believes nothing you said, and as such, the circus loses 2 excitement.
Oh no.
Of all the time to have a bad roll.
I know you've been doing good at them. All right. So at this point, all of you are gonna head back because we've gone. We're okay now. So we're gonna bring all of you back into the tent, and we're going to switch our music. All right. So we've gotten through 2 events. At this point, we still need 5 more. 5 more events. Now, luckily, you all had known that Myron had put a lot of trust into 2 events. One of them being the Dwarven Throwers. And so the Dwarven Throwers will head out now for their performance. See these tumblers shape themselves into living ballista and launch themselves through the air. You see these 4 dwarven guys, long beards, cap on, goggles over, kind of elbowing each other. Our turn. Blah, 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 blah. And they set themselves up. And they begin to send themselves across the rings, through the air, in rainbows, back and forth. Oh, and they made their check. Yeah, so that will add an excitement back on. So in case you're curious, you're at 0 excitement right now.
Oh boy.
That comes into play later. Okay. All right. So the next thing, as you all are standing again backstage, listening to the crowd, who so far seems to be enjoying most of what they're seeing. And up walks a woman. She looks at the group. Now listen here, y'all. I will not be performing tonight unless I am the big number. So I expect y'all to make sure that I am the finale. Do we have any questions?
What is it exactly that you do?
Oh, dear. I am Mordain the Magician. I take myself, I lock myself up, I toss myself in a water bucket, a box full of water, and I escape.
Did Myron approve you?
Oh, Myron, dear. Ah, we argued many a times.
Doesn't sound like he did then.
Well, dearie, if I've done my math right, the four of you will have to perform if I don't. So each of you has something. Oh, I see.
I tend to perform in these types of events.
And Mordain walks over to Jax. And you, my dear, tell me a little bit about your performance.
Then, well, you see, I got these big cats. And now, if I don't perform, how are you going to know what happens?
I suppose we shall see about that.
Just to point out a little bit of a concern, there's been a lot of strange events going on around here, and if you're locking yourself up and throwing yourself in bodies of water, it might not end well for you. With the nets being cut and, well, the snake getting sick.
Mordain walks over to you. Gives you a lovely smile. Oh, sweetheart. No one's gonna hurt me.
You know, you're not the first woman to call me sweetheart, but I don't take kindly to your tone.
Oh. That's fine. And she'll walk away.
Don't like the sound of that lady.
And this is where we're going to take a break. All right, folks, I promised we would do some giveaways tonight. So
Yes.
Tonight's giveaway, our first one, is going to be our little turtle. Turtle. This was 3D printed on an Elegoo Mars. It is from Epic Miniatures Patreon. And he is an adorable little guy. It is fully solid, not hollow. And I love him. He's adorbs. So I'm just going to show again. His sword is so great. There he is.
So cute.
Isn't it? So that's
awesome.
gonna be our first giveaway for tonight. So I'm gonna go into here. I'm gonna click this button, create a giveaway. I'm getting quicker at this, and don't type it yet, but you're gonna type in Tortle. And that's TORTLE. Let me just make sure I've got everything set correctly.
Sultry David playing.
And created. Did it pop up? All right. So somebody try exclamation point.
Tortle?
Tortle. Oh, wait. Have I not opened it? No, it's unlocked. Oh, there we go.
Wait, someone did. Oh wait, it says it has hashtag Tortle.
Oh, it's hashtag.
Hashtag Tortle.
I'm sorry, hashtag Tortle.
Moobot
Hashtag.
actually told us what to type.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Thanks, Moobot.
Thank you, Moobot. So while this is running, I'm going to give our players 5 minutes. So we're going to click over to.
That's fine.
Oh, I'm going to take this opportunity to hit the head. Does it
Just
have
in
to be
time.
like that, Machik?
Oh my goodness. There we go.
The timer Impeccable.
Oh man.
Tried so hard. Tried so hard.
I always thought it was going to be that said the first thing that was awkward. Nope.
I do want to say
So
thank
it's
you.
an awkward turtle.
It's an awkward turtle. I do want to say thank you to
That's a
everybody.
20-year-old reference.
Everybody who is out here tonight watching us for our premiere stream. We have had our hiccups, but you guys have been fantastic. So thank you all for sticking with us as we go through some of the funkiness that is first time stream. Also, big thank you to all the new followers, all the new subscribers. You guys are simply amazing. Thank you for everything that you do. Much appreciated. Oh, I guess I can stop the Sirenscape right now because they're not hearing it and I don't need to hear it in the back of my...
I think it's beautiful.
The random people
It adds
talking in your
character.
ear.
So a couple things before we jump back for you guys. So far, any questions?
No. Once I know where everything is on my character sheet, every time I try to look for
Yeah.
something, it'll go a lot better.
Yeah, I keep pulling up y'all's character sheets actually so I can help out with that.
I just like when I went to do my first perception check and forgot that perception's not in the skill tree like I'm used to it being.
Right.
And I was like, wait, where's my perception?
Hype, hype, hype.
Oh, is it hype?
Um,
I'm a little nervous at first, but I think I'm getting back into it.
yeah, you guys are doing good. You know, the big thing is just have fun with it, you know. Don't fret about messing up. I've messed up a couple times that you guys don't know about, so but then again, I'm learning too. So
We're all new here.
we're all new. I like the voice for Lorana.
Thank you very much. I was
yeah,
working
it's-
on it all day.
Indeed.
It was good.
Thank you.
And then I'm gonna give a sneak peek of our end of stream giveaway too, so everybody can see
I
that.
already saw it.
You have, but not everybody.
It's cool.
It's creepy.
It's cool.
I'll click that button there. There we go. Fun is not optional. I agree.
It's
I-
required.
You are.
This
You
is
must.
like first. This is like first big show stage fright all over again.
You got it.
This Moobot's kind of nice, being able to keep track of things.
Floggings will continue until morale improves. Indeed.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
Shame.
Shame.
Shame. Mm. I wanted to check something while we're here. Just out of curiosity.
It's about
Oh
time
my
for the chat to
gosh!
Start yelling at me.
We are number 1 in the Pathfinder Twitch category. Nice.
Number one with
Yay!
14 people.
Yeah, there's
Front
not a
row.
lot of
Doing
not a
good.
lot of
Hey.
people watch Pathfinder, so
It's about
Uh,
quality, not quantity, and we have quality folks
exactly.
here.
we have the most.
Looks very
fun.
professional.
Well, I appreciate that. It hasn't blown up yet, so that's good news.
There's still time.
All right. Do we have is Bones still AFK?
No, he's there.
Everybody's here? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. That's because my screen's over there and I don't look at that much. So we're gonna jump back into here. All right. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so we are back. Again, this is what we are currently giving away.
Turtle.
So if you haven't already, it's hashtag Tortle. Okay. And he's adorbs. There's skulls on his back. Let me see if I can turn him around. Those are skulls. Okay. And then, in just a little bit, we're going to be giving away this guy. This is the flail snail.
Which Pokemon is that?
And then, along with him, I'm giving away something that hopefully somebody can make use of.
Oh, I like flail snail.
But
Flail snail's awesome.
this is the
moth.
moth.
That
The
is
moth is
definitely a
amazing.
Pokemon.
That thing is huge.
Yes. And so the reason it's not a main giveaway is because he did lose some antenna. But unless you knew the antenna were there, you can't really tell. And his wings aren't on straight. This was my first multi-part 3D printing, and it really is huge. I mean, it's this big. You could wear it as a mask if you wanted to. So, Petros, thank you. So this is, those are going to be what we give away in just a little bit. So let us see who our winner, though, for our turtle is. It is. So I close it like that. Close the giveaway for new entries. And then we draw. Phantom NJ is the winner! Did it post?
That's awesome. No, I didn't post in chat.
So
Nope.
I got to figure out how to make it post in chat. Oh,
Robert won.
did he get a whisper?
Maybe, I don't know. Robert will have to tell us.
I know. Oh, there we go.
There it is. There. He is the winner. It showed up in chat this time.
I'm learning the tools today. Yay! All right. So that will be coming to you. And like I said, there will be a second drawing near the end for the other two. All right. Let's continue where we left off. And what better way to get back into the mood than with this?
Circus music.
All right. We are back where we were. 3 performances have occurred. But yet again, there seems to be some screaming out there.
Oh gosh.
You hear some yelling. You're not sure what's going on. But with this one, all 4 of you kind of peek out, and you notice on the backside that there's a lot of crowd running around. Night Roger, running around and yelling and screaming. What do you do?
I'm gonna go and look and see if I can figure out what all the hullabaloo is about.
All right. So I'm going to move you over that way. And I'll just, this is, we're not in initiative or anything.
Right.
Anybody else? Are you all staying back here?
You gonna
Well,
change
we're
the
at this point
screen?
Oh, yeah. That's a good, there we go.
But at this point, we're all like at the curtain, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you just stand there?
I'm probably going to step out and kind of, I have my axe on me, and I'm gonna walk out with my hand on my axe just in case there's something going on.
Okay. Our other 2?
I think I'm going to chill back at range because I can be ranged.
Okay. How far range?
I'm actually not sure. What I'd like to do, though, is I'd like to keep an eye out for while that's over there making all the ruckus, I like to keep an eye out on the rest of the crowd to see if anything else is happening, if someone's trying to create a diversion, so to speak.
All right. And what about you, Jax?
Yeah, I was gonna do a similar thing, but I was gonna go to the left side of like in between the seating on the left and that
Over here?
first ring. Yeah, where I was last time.
Yep. All right. All right. And so what you can see, let me have Lorana give me a perception check.
All right. That's a 17.
All right. So what you see up in the stands is 3 vipers running around, slithering about, making a ruckus.
I'm going to see if I can spot what I can't remember what the snake lady's name was at the moment.
Eliza.
Eliza. I'm going to see if I can
yeah.
spot Eliza. And
She does not seem to be anywhere near.
So, then Lorana's gonna turn towards the curtain where the other two seem to be still kind of peeking out, I'm guessing.
They've moved, so Tinderleaf is now in front of the curtain, and
All right.
Jax is around the side.
Well, since he's closest to the backstage area, Lorana's gonna to cast message to Tenderleaf and say, could you see if you could find Eliza? I think some of her snakes got loose. And they're tormenting people.
Okay, I'm gonna try to find her.
All right. We will.
Do you reply that to me, or am I just gonna look at you like?
I look at you and I do this.
All right. And we will come back to you. What are the others doing?
Grog is I'd say Grog is still like he's got his hand on his axe ready to go. You say the snakes are up in the bleachers?
Yeah, so what I'll tell you is that the snakes do not appear to be malicious. They're not attacking. They're striking out when people get close to them, but it doesn't seem like they are aggressive or wanting to attack anyone. They don't know where to go.
Just looks like we need to find a box to contain them in. How about I'll shout over at Jax. I'll say, hey, can you see if we can find a box for these or a barrel? There's snakes over here.
I'll say, sure.
All right.
And in the same breath, say, does anyone know where... Shoot, what's her name?
Eliza.
Yeah. Does anyone know where she's living?
Well, what you do know is that there is the encampment is behind the big top. There, all the trailers and things like that are back there. So that is where everybody stays. Are you going to get a box? Are you going to?
Yes, I just paused my Twitch stream by accident. I'll go look underneath the seating, the stands.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I'm closer to there, so
Looking for a box?
looking for a box or barrel.
All right. So you find a box pretty easily. That's where they kind of store lots of boxes after they set up the big top underneath the seating and whatnot. So you do what with the box?
So where are the snakes in relation to me right now?
They are right near this pin.
Oh, okay. Right, so probably hit that. Oh, that pin. Sorry, right.
The one up top. Yep.
Can I do both movements in one go here?
Yeah, we're not in initiative, so you're
Okay,
just gonna
got it.
move towards where the snakes are then.
Yep. Perfect.
So I'm just gonna pull you up here. And what are you trying to do with the box then?
I'm gonna try to calmly pick up one of the snakes and place it in the box.
All right. Roll me a nature check.
Nature is my.
You've got
Be one of your skills.
You've got +3 in nature.
It's a 20 I roll for that.
Yeah,
I'm
D20.
new.
No, you're good. You're good. Now you're muted.
Yep.
22.
22. All right. All right. So you managed to gently grab one of the vipers. Obviously, the viper is scared. It is, slithering about, and set that viper into the box. All right. Would you like to try for another one?
Yes.
Okay. That is another nature check.
Oh, it doesn't keep the roll, does it? Well, it only showed the number for a whole second and a half.
If you roll it in the little chat box, it'll keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you roll it in the chat
Oh,
box.
I see. Oh, can I re-roll? Because I didn't
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
see what
You're
it said.
fine. You're fine.
There it goes.
+3.
That's
That's 20. You manage, surprisingly, to gently pick up a second viper. Now the crowd is starting to become a bit stunned by this. They've never seen someone handle snakes like this so easily. And you set that one in. Now, let's see how your third try is.
He's a professional.
10.
That is good.
As you go to reach for the the viper this time, it doesn't go as well. The viper lashes out at you, and let me double check. But after that, it starts to move away from you. So it doesn't actually nip you, but it moves away about 10 feet from you. What do you do next?
Is it still moving or has it stopped?
It moved about 10 feet and then stopped.
Okay.
So you noticed as you move closer to it, it moves away.
And I'll move closer to it and it keeps moving away.
Yes. Unless you
Okay.
go for, you can move and try and grab it again if you'd
Try and
like.
grab it. Try one more time.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, that
no.
didn't. Oh, that didn't go so well.
That did not go well. That is actually a critical failure.
Oh,
And
no.
so this time, the viper actually bites at you with its fangs. And we'll see, what's your AC? Oh, don't worry, he misses. All right.
16 for future reference.
So after biting you, he does move a little farther away, and it seems almost as if he's trying to get off the bleachers and out of the tent.
Maybe we should just let him go.
Well, now I'm on the bleacher, so I'll come back down and join Grog in front.
So you're just going to leave the snake up there? Or
They
did you?
climb down?
It's climbing in that direction, but tends to stop when something's not chasing after it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
We have a net. Or something we can catch it with. Other than our hands.
You do not have a net because it's been chewed through.
Oh, that net.
Yeah,
Mm.
it
Well, and
happens.
I imagine those types of nets would have holes too big to properly capture a
would.
snake anyway.
True.
Do you want to try continuing moving towards it to see what it does without trying to catch it?
Sure.
All right. So as you continue to move towards it, it continues to move away until it does finally make its way out of the tent. What are you going to do with the 2 vipers in the box?
Well, I don't think I grabbed a lid. So, can I call for someone to get a lid before I move?
Are you keeping the vipers?
For now.
All right. Well, surprisingly enough, there was a lid with that box, so you are able to put a lid on the box. And what would you like to do with the box?
I would like to move it back to off the bleachers.
Okay.
I was ideally backstage.
All right. All right. So you're going to take it, you're going to put it backstage, and hopefully you will remember to let Eliza know, since she does deal with snakes, that there are 2 vipers now sitting in a box backstage, and hopefully she will get to them before some random person does. So that's good. Go ahead and give you all 60 XP.
Am I still trying to find her, by the way?
You did not find her.
Where is she?
She went back to her wagon.
Do I know where her wagon is?
Probably. But in the amount of time it would have taken to go on back and get her and come back, it would have you would have been gone a bit too long. Yes.
I have a thing I would like to do.
Yes.
I'm guessing I saw Jax collect the snakes and put them in the box and
Yes.
everything. So Lorana's gonna follow him backstage and take out some chalk and write on top of the box, "Don't open, snakes inside."
All right. So we have all right. We have snakes inside. This is
And
good.
then, as long as I'm back there, is there anything that could weigh down the top by chance?
There are plenty of like sandbags and things like that. Yeah.
I'm gonna put a sandbag on top just to kind of weigh it down.
All right. Good. All right. We need another performance.
The time for the mighty grog.
It is the time for the mighty grog. All right, Grog. So, after the snakes are cleared, the stage is yours. Can you
All right.
describe what it is that you are doing?
Well, the stage will be set up with some people will wheel out a giant boulder, like a giant rock, and it's just going to be sitting in one of the rings. And Grog's
Oh, wait, freeze. Hold on. All right, you're good. Go. Sorry.
All right. Well, he goes out. So there's a cart that wheels out a giant boulder into one of the rings, probably the middle ring. He's standing out there with somebody else, and somebody else tries to move the rock, showing that it's heavy. It's got a lot of weight to it. And Grog sort of like lifts up his arms and shows his muscles, and he's like, "I can move this rock." And he grabs it, and he tries to pull it. I know I have to roll for it probably, but he goes, "Ugh," and he attempts to move the giant boulder.
All right, Grog, give me an athletics check.
All right. Oh Lord. Okay. That's not too bad.
So you see Grog in this giant boulder, and you'll see on the boulder it's got some moss and lichen, and I mean it is a boulder that is fresh from the area that they arrived in, and you can just tell that it hasn't been moved in years.
I mean,
And Grog gets under it and begins to lift. And you hear the grunting of this orc. And the boulder lifts. And it lifts. And it lifts. Do you lift it above your head?
yes.
And Grog lifts it above his head. Good news. That is a success.
Yes.
So we have an additional excitement.
I am the mighty Grog.
I like it. All right. So we have gone through that. What's that bring us to? 4 performances?
Mm-hmm.
3 more then. 3 more. All right. So at this point, what you see happen is up runs 2 sisters. They are the Flamboni sisters. And they have their juggling flames ready. We're ready. We'll go on next. And they rush out of the tent. And they begin their juggling act. These are feats of juggling from 2 brave sisters. Will they set themselves on fire? The audience will soon find out. Good news. They did not set themselves on fire. And so,
Fire, right?
huh?
The tent's not on fire either, right?
No. They came in with a success. Not a critical success, just a success. But that does give you another +1. 5. At this point, you hear yet another ruckus in the crowd.
Not again.
Too much excitement for one circus.
There we go. I hit the
We
button
got the
twice.
dramatic music now.
Indeed, you did.
Oh.
And you hear yelling. You hear arguing. You peek out, and you see 2 people in the stands. And they are literally brawling with your viewers.
Well, this is just unacceptable.
Ha ha! Another punch to the face! Look, that one's down!
Well, I think we should handle this. So Lorana's gonna walk out from behind the curtain and see what's going on.
And what you see before you are 2 drunks. A married pair. Drunken brawlers. Fighting, not only with themselves, but fighting with as many in the audience as they can engage. You see a fist fly. You see popcorn go into the air. A drink spilled on top of someone's head.
I would like to do something with prestidigitation.
All right.
All right.
I would like to... Now, remind me how this spell works, though. I can basically make a minor illusion, correct?
You can change the color of something. You can make something. You can cook something, if I remember correctly. You can lift something with light bulk 1 foot off the ground. You
Mhm.
can make temporary objects, or you can tidy something. Like you can change the color of it, or you can change the cleanliness of it,
Correct.
or you can make something dirty.
So, I would like to create beer, the appearance of lots of beer, and yell for the brawlers to come have some beer to get them out of the crowd.
All right. So you go and you attempt to do this. Unfortunately, as prestidigitation is, the beer is crude looking and artificial and doesn't
They're
look
drunk.
anything. Oh, but they're brawlers. Doesn't look anything like the beer that they're used to. And one of them yells, "You can't fool me with that. I drink the best beer at the best taverns." He throws a punch. "I have drunk with some of the best brawlers in the world." He throws another punch.
I
Your
point to
pathetic beer
our-
is terrible.
I point to the orc and I go, "They're an amazing brawler. Have you brawled them?"
Grog steps out from behind the curtain and sighs, "Not again. Not in my tent." And he walks towards the brawlers, stomping his feet as loudly as he can. And gets near them and points a finger at them. "Don't make me get you out of here."
And with that, we shall roll initiative. So, if everybody can tell me their initiatives.
$21.
A 21.
Oh, come on.
Okay, Grog got an 8.
9.
Tinderleaf got a 9. And what did you get, Jax?
3.
All right.
Wait. You have to add.
Your
To that.
perception.
Yeah, you add your perception.
It should have been.
Do the roll in the little chat box.
It
for
was off the
initiative.
thing, but
Oh, yeah, it wouldn't have done it. So that would actually be an 8 if you rolled a 3. So 2 8s and oh my gosh. All right. So, Lorana, you see these two brawlers. They're up in the stands.
Yep. So how close are we as we've moved out?
So you are...
did we get the map back in Twitch?
Yes. You are about right here. Grog's the farthest forward because Grog was running out that way to begin with.
Right. All right. But I'm within 120 feet, correct?
Yes.
All right. Then I'm going to do the same thing I did with fellows before. I'm going to cast a message
All right.
right into their head. And I'm going to say, "Excuse me, but if you're looking for a fight, it's definitely not with the patrons of this here circus. We'll give you a fight if you really want one, but I don't think you want one."
And Rovo, the wife, she thinks to herself, "Oh, we want to fight." And with that, they both step down onto the floor. So that would have been... So you went... And they're not close enough yet.
So that was single action. To
Oh,
cast
I'm
message.
sorry. Yes. So
Um,
you have 2 more.
So then, as soon as I see them start coming down the bleachers, I'm going to move closer so that I can, I guess, use my last 2 actions for movement. So whatever, that's 50 feet toward them.
All right. All right. All right. Our first human warrior will come. Let's see. 5, 10. So it'll take 2 actions to get to you. Grog. And they will take a melee swing at you. Does a 21 hit? It should.
Yes.
And that's going to be 1d4 plus 3. Ooh, only 4 damage.
Okay.
4. Okay. And then the second one, which is the one you sent the message to.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to you
All right.
and take a swing at you.
Very well.
I'm assuming a... Oh, does a 14 hit?
That is my AC. Nope, actually a 15 is my AC, so it misses.
So, Rovo comes through, swings her fist wildly, but the drunkenness is really taking a toll. All right, so next up we have Tinderleaf. What are you doing?
How close am I to these guys?
You're 2 actions away from them.
Okay.
You actually have the ability to flank them as well if you wanted to.
Okay, so I am going to try to flank one of them.
Okay. Yes, you can flank that one. All right. So for those at home who are not keeping track, flanking gives a -2 to their AC. It essentially makes them flat-footed.
I
right.
am going to...
And was 2 actions, so you only have 1 action left.
Yes, I'm going to try to use my cantrip of daze.
Oh. All right. Let me look at that because I don't know that one by heart. So I have to do a will save. Okay. Does a 20 save?
Yes, I believe... Hold on. A 20 does save.
Okay, I'm just double checking here. It says you cloud the target's mind and daze it with mental jolt. The jolt deals mental damage equal to your spellcasting ability modifier. Oh, okay. So yeah, basic will save cancels it. All right. All right. So then next up we have Grog.
Okay.
I don't know if they'd be able to do a fully not encumbered will save if they're very drunk.
Grog is going to punch the guy that hit him.
All right. Going to just punch with your hand?
He's going to punch him with a fist because he knows if he uses a great axe, it's just going to make a mess, and he does not want that to happen. Not right now.
All right.
Because after all, even though they're drunk and they're fighting, they're still patrons.
Indeed.
So he'll give them a nice punch. I have to roll to hit first.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. And your
Trying to figure that
base
out.
attack is a +4?
Is that wrong?
Huh?
Is that wrong?
Is what wrong?
Wait, which one do I roll to?
So you're not set up to do. Let me see if I can. Oh, I can't expand. You're not actually set up in here to do a unarmored attack or an.
Looks like I am.
Are you?
I see it.
I see great axe and javelin on mine.
Hmm.
Under actions on the bottom. Or are you looking at combat?
I'm looking at combat. But...
Okay, yeah. So your basic melee attack is a +4. So you could. Let me double check something. So that would essentially be a fist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that's okay. So if you're gonna you're gonna punch with your fist. Damage is a 1d4. Okay. So yeah, so you're just gonna use your base melee, which is a +4. So
Okay. And rolling to hit's a d20, right?
Yep.
Okay. Darn. Oh, do I add stuff to that? I add strength.
4.
Probably,
Yeah,
right?
no, yeah,
+4.
you're +4.
Okay.
So that's a 10.
Yep.
And their AC is 14. So that's gonna miss. So that's your first thing. What's your second thing you'd like to do?
I think I'm going to back up. Am I able to walk backwards and step away from him?
Yes, you can do that.
Okay.
How far do you want to go?
Just like 2 steps back.
Okay. 1, 2. All right. So if you do that twice, that's 2 actions. Unless you're doing... Okay, good. So that'll end your turn. So then we jump to Jax.
Mm-hmm.
Jax, what are you doing? Since you didn't start movement over there, you're a bit of a distance away.
So I'm still out of line of sight of them, right? So
Yeah, you have to come through the curtain.
Yeah.
Which isn't hard.
It's worth stepping out for sure. So I'm gonna go out to slightly behind where they are. Maybe that's so the down a couple squares in that dot on the left of that final circle there on the right.
Okay. Okay, that's 2 actions worth where I've got you now. Hey, Jester. HR complaint incoming. Oh my goodness. So you have 1 action left.
One action.
And
This has the
you're a ranger. You could shoot
yes
with your longbow.
yes that has the penalty, correct?
No, because you haven't attacked yet.
It's only
yeah, your penalty's
okay.
only
I
on.
understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give that a shot.
So which one are you going to attack?
The one that I can see, unless I can shoot through.
You can shoot this. Yeah, I would shoot the one to the left because trying to shoot through Lorana's you're gonna have a problem with that.
Yep.
All right, so go ahead and give me your
That's
attack
the
roll.
one.
So what's your roll? Oh, okay. An 8. So you pull back on your bow, but at the last minute, there's a little bit of sweat on your fingers from when you were handling the snakes, and the arrow goes wide and misses. That was a terrible roll, by the way. All right, Lorana, you're up.
All right. Well, I don't like this person being so close to me. So I'm going to cast, which is 1 action, I'm going to cast my shield. So she's going to just kind of make a circular shape in front of her and cast shield. So that's up, just in case.
Of course.
Since that can be used as a reaction during my turn. And then for my other 2 things.
Night DM Dingbat, take care.
I'm going to is a Tenderleaf within touch distance for me? Like, can I just reach out and touch him?
You'd have to step to
Just
the
kind of
to the left or the right.
Okay, then I'll just take a step so
Okay.
that I can touch him.
All right.
And I'm gonna cast heal on him.
All right. For how many points?
Okay, it's 1d8. That's 5 points of healing.
And
to
that-
our lovely bard.
Puts him at full health again.
All right.
And that's all your moves because you had to
Okay.
move to get into
Okay.
position.
Very
Yep.
well.
And yeah, Jester, we haven't quite got into using all of the spells and stuff. We're going to get there. This is our first night kind of using it in action. So it's been kind of exciting, but also kind of nerve-wracking. So,
So, there we are.
All right, so our human warrior is going to come to Grog with his first action, and then he's going to swing with melee, trying to get some punches off. Oh my gosh. First swing, misses completely. Can't even get close to Grog.
Ah.
Then he's going to take his second swing with a -5. And Grog, what's your AC?
AC is 17.
So, second one will hit for 1d4 for 4 points of damage. So now you are down 8 points. And they're finished with that. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. That was an accident. So we're going to... This one, Rovo, is going to Drunken Rage.
Lovely.
The drunken brawler begins raging. You can see red in her face. The fists become so clenched. And she's going to swing at Lorana for the heal.
All right.
It's going to miss terribly.
All right.
Okay. All right. They're going to take another swing at Lorana. And misses again. Apparently the rage that had been building up is so powerful, yet unfortunately makes her swings go cattywampus as they come through her. And that is all she can do this turn.
All right.
Tinderleaf, you are up.
Okay, I am going to try to use Chill Touch on which are any of the bards actually taking any damage?
The brawlers,
Yeah,
they have taken no damage yet.
I'm going to try to Chill Touch one of them.
Okay.
What Chill Touch does is the living creature is, let's see here now, it's siphoning negative energy into yourself, a hand radius of pale darkness. Your touch weakens a living and distorts undead, possibly causing them to flee. A living creature, the spells deals negative damage equal to a d4 plus your spellcasting modifier, and the target attempts a basic fortitude save. But it's also enfeebled for one is also enfeebled 1 for 1 round on a critical failure.
All right. So I'm making a fortitude save.
Yes.
All right. I got bad news for you. Made my fortitude save.
What was it?
26.
Jeez, this.
Yep.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna try to use my sling on these guys with my second attack.
Well, you're in melee.
You're in melee.
No, I guess I could try my rapier.
You can. Remember, you're going to take a negative to that for your second strike.
I don't really want to hurt them.
Correct. There are other things you can do, remember. Remember that sheet that I gave you? There's several different actions. You could grapple him.
I'm little. That wouldn't work.
Oh, that's right. No, it wouldn't work with you. You could step away so as not to be in combat range. Um,
I'm going to try to do diplomacy to see if I can get them to stop fighting and to leave.
oh, interesting. All right. All right. So give me a diplomacy roll.
20, not natural.
So 20 total.
Yes.
All right. So I'm assuming you're what do you say to the one in front of you?
I say, your brawling is impressive, but we are putting on a show for the people and the children. This might not be the best place for this right now. Maybe enjoy the next acts and we can brawl later.
She looks at you, chuckles slightly. The rage is still in her. And she says, "No. No, my dearie. We're going to fight now." One action left.
Okay, with my last action, I am going to cast Guidance.
Thank you for the raid, Goblin Cave TV. Much appreciated.
On who's next on the initiative order?
Next would be Grog.
Be Grog. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cast Guidance on them.
All right, that's a good thing. And tell Grog what they get with guidance.
Okay, so I asked for Divine Guidance, giving a target +1 status bonus to one attack roll, perception check, saving throw, skill check, etc. The target chooses which roll the bonus will be used on before rolling, and if the target used the bonus, the spell ends. Either way, either way, the target is then temporarily immune for 1 hour.
All right, so there you go. Grog, you're up.
All right. Grog is going to attempt to grapple the guy who keeps punching him.
All right. Give me a...
It's an athletics check, I believe.
Yes. Let me double check that. Yes. All right.
Come on, my rolls are terrible.
Ooh. And that would be against... So this is one of the new things that I'm learning here, right? So the grapple... Actually, it's against the basic DC, and so that's a miss. All right. Yeah, you're trying to grapple a brawler. Unfortunately, you go to reach for the brawler, and all of the beer that has been spilled around him has made him too slippery to grasp. Next action.
All right. Well, that leaves me no choice. So, I believe, yeah. So I'm going to go into a rage. At
Okay.
this point, I'm pissed off. So I kind of like roar and I'm "Roar." And I'm going to try punching him again while I'm raging.
All right. All right.
Hopefully it works this time. All right, so basically this lasts for 1 minute. It's rolling to hit. And I
That
forgot to use the bonus thing.
well, no, I can just add it. That's you got +1 from the guidance, right?
Yep.
13
So
plus whatever you're
so
unarmed.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
add
that's
4 to
right.
that.
So add 4. So that will hit.
17.
That will hit.
Okay, cool.
That will hit.
So
And
I don't know. I don't have unarmed calculated. What do I roll for that?
it's a 1d. What did I
1d4.
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 Yep.
Okay.
So that's 3 points of damage.
Oh, plus I'm raging, so I deal 2 additional.
Oh, so that's 5 points of damage. All right.
Yep.
And that's 2 actions. You've got one more.
I'm gonna do it again because I'm raging. I don't think I have a choice.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
punching him because I'm mad.
Now, I've double checked with me. Raging, does that affect... I'm going to check real quick. Oh, here it is. Okay, so you take a -1 AC.
Yep.
You can't
Yeah.
use actions with concentrate. Okay. All right, so you're good. So go with it with a -5 penalty.
Shoot.
So
Oh.
do your...
Roll high.
I'll try. +4. That's let's see, 15.
So that's 15 minus... Nope, that will miss.
10.
Yep, that will miss.
Okay.
All right. All right.
I
So...
did something.
So next up, we have Jax. What are you doing, Jax?
All right. Well, I gotta take another shot.
All right, you can hit...
Now, because of
You
this
can actually hit
thing.
this one straight on, straight in
Yep.
front of you.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Done.
So
It's going
that's
great, guys. It's going great.
That's gonna miss.
Oh.
All right. Your rolls are terrible tonight. What would you like to do next?
Run up and try and punch him.
You could do that.
No, I'll try to hit one more time.
Okay. So give me a roll.
This will be 2, right? Under the interactions here, there's 3 attacks, 1 through 3.
Yeah, so this is your second attack.
Ten.
And that will miss as well.
Uh-huh. Tell me more.
Oh.
So I would probably not attack for a third time in case you're
Yeah, that's fine.
curious.
That's
okay,
fine.
good.
That's fine.
Now, something you could do. So one of the skill actions that you could do would be something like let me see. Oh, there was one that I was thinking of that could be helpful for you, but now I can't find it. I can't find it now.
Let's see, where are we standing right now?
You're still pretty far away. So I'm just seeing if there are
Yeah.
any...
Right.
Since this is your first time doing this, I'm trying to give you
Oh, no.
some
I,
help
appreciate it.
here.
Thank you.
You could move to a new location to maybe set yourself up so you could fire at both of them.
Yeah.
So you could move
What's my movement range?
25, I believe.
Yeah, as
Yeah,
a
that's
half
what I
elf, it's
thought. Okay.
25.
So you could move
Yeah, if I move to
like right
that-
here. Then you could hit either of them easily.
yeah, I'm still waiting for that delay to sort of
Yeah,
go
I know.
through. Yeah, that's
All right. All right, so that finishes you up, Lorana.
All right. I'm going to look at this woman in front of me who's
really starting to get on my nerves. And I'm gonna hold a hand out. And a small cloud of black energy starts to form in her hand, and she's gonna cast Bane. And that's a 2-action thing.
Okay.
It's a 5-foot emanation, but I can use one of my actions on following turns if anybody succeeds on the will save to make them make the roll again.
Okay.
DC 17 will save.
A DC 17.
DC 17 will save.
Okay. Whoop. Will. 18.
All right. That's okay. I can bring it back again next round. But for now, since I can't do anything else with one action, except I'm just gonna take my staff and just try to crack her on the head with it.
All right. Now this is considered your second attack then,
All right.
because your spell is your first one.
That's fine.
So when you do it, you
It's a
would.
-2.
Yep.
All right. There goes. Oh, that was good though. 16.
That will hit.
Oh, actually +3, so that's a 19.
Definitely will hit.
Okay. All right. So 1d4.
Oh my gosh, a TPK Goblin Cave TV? That's terrible.
That's 3 points of damage with my staff as I crack her right on the noggin. And I say, "Ma'am, calm down."
All right. Oh, Goblin Cave, I'm loving it so far. These guys have been doing fantastic. We're actually learning Pathfinder as we go, Pathfinder 2E as we go through this, so it's been a lot of fun so far. Are you guys having fun?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
you can't seem to take down these problems, but it's okay. Okay, so this one's up, and this one is unhappy with you, Grog. You look at this human, and you can see the eyes have become even more bloodshot. The rage is beginning to grow, and there is an anger within him when he lashes out at you with his fist. And that is finally going to hit. And so I have to find my... There we go. So a 21 hits for 5 damage on Grog.
A lot.
Whoo.
A lot for a level 1.
Yeah.
Grog is hurting right now. And Jolene tosses his hands in the air for his second action. No one can beat the mighty Jolene. Not even an ugly, disgusting, putrid orc.
Oh no, you don't. Stop that. Being rude.
You tell him.
And
Way back over there.
he attempts to grapple you.
He attempts to grapple Grog.
Yeah. So this is going to be a fortitude DC. So if you could roll that.
I've got to figure that out.
So is it a fortitude save?
So
Or-
it is my athletics check against his fortitude DC.
Okay, I see it. Oh my gosh, why do I keep rolling so terribly?
And he has grappled you. Just a success, though. So you are grabbed until the end of your next turn, unless you move or your target, or his target. So you are grabbed until the end of my next turn, unless you escape. Okay.
Okay.
And then we move on to our second one, who she looks at you, Lorana, and she chuckles. Ha ha ha! Your magic does nothing for me. And she's going to take a swing at you. What's your AC?
15.
And she critically hits you with a roll of 27. That's my first critical. I know I get something. It's double. That's what it is. So we're going to roll. 3. And you're going to take 12 points of damage. And so Rovo, you can see her sway back and forth. And she pulls her fist down, and this is an uppercut. This catches you right under the jaw, and you feel your mouth just shut immediately as your teeth clatter back and forth. The power is immeasurable, and you are just shook. All right. For her second move, she's going to move around this side of Tinderleaf. Good old Tinderleaf. And she's going to take a shot at Tinderleaf. And she'll miss on Tinderleaf. All right. So next up we have Tinderleaf. What are you going to do?
Tinderleaf is going to use all three of his actions to cast Magic Missile on her. Magic Missile automatically deals 1d4 plus 1 damage. For each additional action when casting it, increase the number of missiles you shoot by 1. So I'm going to use all 3 actions to shoot 3 missiles at her, which automatically hit.
Okay. And that's 1d4 plus 1 per missile?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, roll.
Nine damage.
That's for all 3?
Yep.
All right. Ooh, all right. All right. Ooh. Grog, you're up.
Can Tinderleaf say something at all?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
If you're going to try to kill us, it looks like you're going to try to kill us, so time to fight fair.
All right.
Well, I could use some help over here.
Use your axe.
I don't want to kill them.
They want to kill you.
All right. If you insist. All right, so Grog pulls out his great axe. He's done using fists to try to make his point because it's not working so well. But he's
grappled.
grappled. He is grappled.
It's grappled.
I can't do anything.
Try to break out of it. I
Yes.
guess.
So your first move with that is you've got to try and break out of it.
What do I roll for that?
I'm going to tell you right now. Hold on.
Fine. Grog just struggles. But he has his hand on his axe. If only he could break free.
Escape. You need to do an escape. And so you're going to an athletics DC of the Okay. Attempt to check using your unarmed attack modifier against the DC of the effect. This is typically a athletics DC. So give me a D20 plus your unarmed modifier.
I don't. Oh, that's +3. Okay.
Maybe don't try to kill him.
19
Maybe try
plus
to
3.
That will, you have pulled yourself free.
maybe don't try to kill him. Maybe try to reason with them. They're clearly stronger than us, but I don't think they want to murder people by beating us to death. Or I don't know if they do or not. I can't get a beat on these guys because they're strong as hell.
All right, so next action.
Um.
Kiss him.
I would, but I don't know. I think am I still raging? Has it been a minute?
It has not. That's 10 rounds.
Okay, so I'm still raging. I can't voluntarily stop raging.
Okay.
So I'm going to take the first suggestion and bring out my great axe.
All right.
Take a swing at him.
All right, let's see it.
All right, so I'm gonna roll to hit. It's a 12 plus 4, right?
What's
No,
your
plus
great axe?
7.
Oh, 7.
Yeah.
That's a 19. That will hit.
All right. Screw this guy.
1d12 plus 4 slashing.
All right. Trying to find
That's gonna hurt.
my weapon.
It's under actions. Go to actions.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yes.
And then just click on the 1d12 plus 4 slashing. Well, double click it.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Grog rolled an 18
Dang.
damage.
All right. And
Grog is mad.
And since you did not preface it about it being a non-lethal swing,
Oh no. Oh well. I
mean-
don't care.
I mean, we probably shouldn't. That might get shut down for the night.
Oops.
We've already found a dead person.
Yeah, I know, but in front of. Okay.
well, they're not dead yet. All right. All right. So your axe pulls through and does an immense gash right across the midsection. And Jeline goes, "Oh, you're a tough one. Oh."
Don't mess with an orc.
And you have one more action.
Can I just like kick him over?
You can use your fists, which is non-lethal.
Okay, I will use my fist to try to just knock him over.
All right. And this is with a -1 for you.
So that would be 50. Oh.
13 plus your attack
17?
bonus.
14 plus my attack bonus. Oh wait, 13.
Plus your attack bonus.
So 17.
All right, so that'll hit.
Okay,
So go ahead and give me your damage.
and I roll a d4 for that. 2.
2. All
So
right.
can I just, shove him over?
Not quite.
Oh,
All right. And you're done. Jax. What you look at now, if you've just watched Grog, and Grog has taken blood from Jeline. And you can see he is not doing good. On the other hand, Rovo seems to be still fairly fine and up. What do you wish to do?
Take a shot, Robo. Robo's in my line of sight, yeah?
Hold on one second. Grog, you also get a hero point for that.
cool.
Don't forget, you guys have hero points, so when you roll like butt, you can roll again. So, this one is, Rover is still in your line of sight.
Okay, I'll give that a shot. Oh yeah, with my bow. To find the right menu first.
It's under actions, all the way bottom right.
Hey, that was better.
That will hit. Please roll
Right,
for
16.
damage. Yep,
16.
that'll hit. 1d8 piercing. 7 points of damage. All right. So you pull back, and the arrow flies effortlessly, much effortlessly than I could say effortlessly, effortlessly, and strikes Rovo in the shoulder. All right, we're back up to Lorana.
All right. Well, since I just took a major uppercut to my mouth, she's gonna spit out some blood and wipe her chin. You know, I don't take very kindly to that. And she's gonna expand the radius of the Bane now up to 10 feet. So anybody within that 10 foot that is not my friend has to roll will save DC 17. Try to save.
So is that a stationary spell, or would it have followed her when she moved?
It's a radius. So it would be hold on. Bane, there you are. Once per turn, starting the turn after you cast Bane, you can use a single action, which has a concentrate trait, to increase the emanation's radius by 5 feet. And
Okay.
force enemies in the area that
So
affect.
nobody is actually within that, because she's actually too far out right now.
She's past that, alright.
Because she was here when you cast it,
Oh,
and then if it emanated 5 feet out, it would be here. So yeah, she is just out of range currently.
alright. Well, I'll let it go out further. Anyway. And for my other action,
Yep.
I'm going to cast heal on myself.
Smart move.
So, yes. Oh, thank goodness, I rolled an 8.
So
8.
all right, that brings you up healthfully. All right, do you have another action, or was that a 2?
That was a single action, but I'm not really, not really much else I can do right now. Actually, I have an idea.
Yes.
Tinderleaf is within 30 feet of me, correct?
Yes.
I'm going to cast guidance on him.
All right.
So that he has a little extra help for his next attack
So
roll.
remember, you have +1 on your next one. Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. Jeline looks at the orc. So, you needed an axe, huh? I'll just go at it with my fists. And he takes another swing. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah.
Good. I mean, not good, but good. For 5 damage.
Apparently, these people just want to die.
And then he's going to try grabbing you again with his athletics. He will not grab hold of you this time. Not even remotely close. And he will actually step away. All right. And then Rovo is going to take a step and attack Tinderleaf. And will a 16 hit?
Yep.
All right. That'll be 4 points of damage. And she will try to grapple you. I need you to roll a fortitude save.
And he can use that guidance on the save as well if he wants.
Fortitude?
Yes.
Where is my... What's fortitude?
It
Your
is.
saving
Oh, I see
throws?
it. I see
Yep.
it. Okay. I'm using a hero point.
Okay, good.
That's going to be a 16.
Okay, and the grapple will not work, and she has used all 3 of her actions. Tinderleaf is up.
I'm going to try to use diplomacy on both of these guys again.
And
All
you still
right.
have Your guidance +1 if you haven't used it yet.
I have.
Okay.
All right, you can go ahead. One or the other, though, not both.
Okay.
Unless you're doing 2 actions.
I think I'm going to do 2 actions and try to use it on both.
Okay.
And I am going to ask them to I'm going to appeal to them that they are very strong fighters. It is very clear we cannot beat them, and that we just want to perform for people, and we can't perform if we're injured, and to please ask them to leave. Because if we keep escalating, I fear that one of us, or many of us, may die, and it's not worth that.
Oh, give me a diplomacy roll. Woo!
That is going to be an 18.
An 18. And she will look at you, laugh at you, and prepare for another punch.
My gosh.
This is really maddening.
Damn.
Like, this is super maddening. Because, like, I don't want to murder people in front of people. I think that's a really
You
hard
don't
thing
have to
do.
murder, just a note.
Well, yeah, but how do we else get out of it? Because I don't know how else to get out of it. if
You can knock
diplomacy's
them
not gonna work.
unconscious. If
But we
you
can't-
use
Non-lethal
non-lethal
attacks.
attacks, you can render them unconscious. So fists, which is exactly what Grog was doing earlier until switched
Well,
to
they
an
weren't
axe.
hitting earlier either.
Well, true. But they are not looking as healthy as they were when they began. So as such, hitting them with non-lethal attacks now could very well knock them out. So
Do
you
I
have... Say it
I mean,
again?
I guess I guess I can try to punch them, but I don't. I'm a bard, so I'm not sure what I use for punching.
Your
It's-
fist.
Yep, it's just your fists. It's an unarmed attack. So it would essentially be a d20.
Plus
Okay.
whatever your fist attack bonus is.
I don't know where to find that. I don't think I have. that.
On
mine's
your-
under combat, but
I was gonna say on your Wanderer's Guide, if you go to the weapons tab, it shows you the attack bonus for each of the weapons. And then you can click them to see all of the subsequent ones.
Yeah, so your bonus for unarmed is +3.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and try to punch some sense into this
Yep.
person.
So give me a d20 roll.
11.
+3 would be 14. And that hits. So damage on that is a 1d4.
Okay. 4.
Nice.
Bonk.
All right. And you have one more action?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was 2 diplomacies plus the punch, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. And did diplomacy do anything to the other guy at all?
No. Mm-mm. So I will say right now they are both looking ragged. All right. And that's putting it nicely. Grog, what do you want to do?
Has it been a minute yet?
No. We've gone through
Okay.
4 rounds.
I am still raging. I'm just gonna use my fist this time because he's looking pretty weak.
You're going to move forward first, right?
Yes.
So that's one
moving
action.
forward. Yep.
And now you can use your fists.
I'm gonna use my fisties, and I'm gonna roll to hit. And
That's going to be a 13 for you.
do I add? What do I add to it again?
Your
Because-
attack bonus.
So I add. It's 14.
Your unarmed attack bonus is 3.
I'm looking at melee. Where do you see unarmed?
It's bottom right.
Oh. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I see it. 13.
And you didn't have a guidance or
Oh.
anything, right?
But I can re-roll it.
You can.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay,
Use your
good.
hero point.
I'm using one of my hero points. God, well, that didn't help. Never mind.
We're gonna bring you some real dice because the R&D on this rolling thing apparently is bad.
So now that's your first. You have 2 more.
All right. I'm gonna try rolling to hit again.
Okay.
Does it now? If I didn't hit, does it take away?
Yeah, you still use the hero point.
Yeah, your hero point.
Well, I
is-
mean, does it take away like, if you attack twice, it takes away a little bit?
yeah, you'll -1 is what you'll have.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. That's
Oh, but that'll still hit.
Yeah.
All right.
So give me
So
a
I'm gonna go.
1d4.
Plus 4. 1d4. Oh, nice. 4.
All right.
Four.
So describe how you knock this one out.
Oh well, since he's like bleeding out of the abdomen area, all I have to do is like put one hand on him and kind of like nudge him over, and he just falls to the ground.
All right. So we have one that is knocked out. Jax. You do not have a clear shot at anybody currently.
Yeah, gonna have to move regardless, right? So if I... Alright, I'm gonna move up to near where Grog is.
Okay.
If I move to the box directly underneath, am I then within eyesight?
No. Not without shooting through Tinderleaf.
Okay, cool. In that case, I'll rotate around the other side of the knocked out one.
Okay.
And
Mm-mm.
by that time, I get one shot, right? Should have one shot.
Are you trying to kill her?
No.
May I suggest not shooting right now?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, good. All right, Lorana.
All right. Well, I think I need to move a little closer to this grumpy dwarven woman.
And you can
So-
get her on the backside. She now has a -2 AC.
Fabulous. So I am going to whack her with my staff again, but I'm not whacking to kill.
All right.
I'm whacking to knock out.
Okay.
All right. So roll in to hit. That's a 17 to hit.
That will hit. Roll for
Alright.
damage.
Let's see. That's 1d4. 4.
All right. So describe how you knock her out.
All right. So I'm going to look at her and I'm going to say, "You've been a little too rowdy for our tastes tonight. Sorry about this." And she'll kind of flip the staff in her hand and just whack her on the head. Knock her out.
And we have managed to knock out both of the brawlers at long last. Well
Finally.
done. After they're knocked out, two of the burlier circus performers, along with two of the dwarven cannoneers from earlier, come out and drag our two brawlers out of the tent.
Before they drag them away, because I'm pissed, can I try something?
Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna let's see. Would anyone notice if I try to pickpocket one of them?
Would anyone notice? They're out in the middle of the floor. There's audience all
Okay,
around.
Yeah, we still have an
Then
audience?
Then I won't.
Okay. So they drag them out. Never to be seen
You
again.
could have used your help earlier.
Can we have called for help?
You could have done whatever you wanted.
We don't know the rules. That's what I'm asking.
Well, you can do anything you want. Whether or not someone comes to help you, you don't know. Well, I mean, you can't drive a car. There's not cars in this.
Next time, I'm just gonna go back and get the Vipers and throw the Vipers on them.
All right.
Thought of that.
You should have done it. You should have just walked back, grabbed the Viper box, and been like, "Here you go. Get out of our tent."
I don't think that's how that works. Oh my goodness. All right. So we have now, there we go, just clearing things on the map. You all head back behind the curtains, and it's time to finish the show. We have already seen a total of 5 acts. So we need 2 more acts. Who shall be next?
I can go. I have things prepared.
All right. So next up is Lorana. Lorana, please describe your act.
All right, so Lorana brings with her a small crate.
Hold on. Don't describe it yet. All right, you can describe it now. What? Oh, they have my audio, but not your audio. I thought it... There you go.
All right. There we are.
Oh,
right.
What happened to Moobot? You're not supposed to delete friends.
Moobot's on the job.
I gotta talk to Moobot because that's a friend, and friends can say things.
Lee's allowed to say things.
Yeah. So I will fix that. Give me time. All right, you go ahead and describe.
All right. So, yes. As Lorana comes out of the curtain, she's carrying a crate, and she sets the crate on the ground. It's a small one, and she lifts the lid, and there's an assortment of colorful scarves inside. And she takes one and she ties back her hair. And she prepares herself. She sort of pushes up her sleeves a little bit, and she casts light on her staff, and she signals for the lights to come down in the tent. And as this light illuminates her, she's basically given herself her own spotlight. And so she begins this sort of dance, and she's using prestidigitation, and she changes the color of her hair as she twirls into one thing. And she lifts one of the scarves from the crate and changes the color of it, sending some little sparks off the end of it as she goes. And she just goes through this whole thing, through a mesmerizing dance, as colors change and flash. And then when she reaches the end with her last flourish of colorful sparks, she takes a mighty bow for the crowd. And that is her performance.
And the crowd goes wild. All right, give us a what is your check for that?
I don't know. I have Arcana. I would believe that might be, or Performance, whichever one.
Let's do No, let's do Arcana.
All right. All right. I will roll it. See how this goes. That's a natural 20. Holy monkeys.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is indeed a crit. So let's talk a little bit about what happens on a crit in a circus act. You do get a little more. You generate excitement equal to the tricks level, which will be a +1. You also generate anticipation equal to half the tricks level rounded up. So you've actually added anticipation and excitement, which in the long run is good. Well done. All right. And then do we have a final trick? The final trick of the evening to finish out this week's performance.
There's 2 left.
We have the
Wasn't it
option of
supposed
letting
to
that.
be Eliza?
Eliza already went.
No,
Mordain
yeah.
hasn't gone.
Mordain hasn't gone.
Dane hasn't gone.
We can give her the option of going if she really wants to be the end. She might be a good showstopper, or she might die.
As she found the third snake.
No, a different person.
The weird lady.
Yeah.
That we basically told to go away.
She
Well-
said she had to be the showstopper.
Yes.
Oh, that's
but
right, the magician. Yes.
She did.
We're developing a bit of a high body count at this particular performance, so.
True. True.
What will you do?
Do either of you have a somewhat safe performance you could do to finish things up tonight? She looks at Jax and Tinderleaf. Sorry, he. Grog is a he.
What do you think, Jax? You want to do yours? You said you have some animals to do.
Yeah. I have animals.
There's a bard. Why is there
There's a few.
You can start to hear the audience getting a little rowdy because nothing has been happening.
Well, if we're gonna do something, you should probably do it.
Say, is your loot not tuned up?
It's been a busy week.
Oh, we need to get on with it already.
I feel like they're scared.
All
Seems
right.
like
Lorana, you make the choice. Which one of us goes on?
Tenderleaf, I want to see you perform.
There. Okay, so Tinderleaf gets his instrument ready, his lute, his bardic lute, and he gets out he goes over to Lorraine and he says, "Can you do me a favor? When I start to hit the really important part, will you start to make me glow from the background?
Who's
Will you give an
Lorraine?
assist?"
Are you talking about Lorana?
Yeah, sorry.
Sure. I'd be happy to help you out.
Okay, so what he is going to do,
What's my cue?
I'm going to play very softly and slowly. I'm going to play a beautiful melody to start off with, but then when it changes to more exciting and to more noise, I need you to give me some lights and some pyrotechnics. Anything you can do to really add a little of extra flair to it.
I mean, I can do some simple things, but
So
I only got a
with
little bit.
this, when this occurs, you're actually using the co-star reaction here, which is fantastic. This is part of it. You are going to attempt the same check as the trick check, as essentially going to aid Tinderleaf. All right.
All right.
So go ahead and describe your performance, and then we'll do the checks afterwards.
Okay. Tinderleaf is going to go out and end the night with a epic bard tale, one of the more famous ones that is definitely known, and has a bard with his charisma. He's going to try to entice the audience with his performance to it. He's going to add the high notes and play as beautifully as he possibly can to end the night on just a flowing orchestral note, and thank them for showing up and kind of work all that into it. Has a nice good night.
All right. So what I add to it, yes.
Mm-hmm.
As he starts to build up, she actually begins to sort of subtly cast a prestidigitation in his general direction. So it looks like he has sparks coming off of his fingertips, as if his magic is extending from his hands. And then she'll actually change it slightly so that the notes that he's playing actually become visible. You can see these little sparkling purple notes rising from him and around him, kind of swirling in the air about him.
All right, good. Tenderleaf, give me a performance trick check.
What do I add to performance?
You as a bard, it better be a lot.
Your plus whatever your
7.
performance skill is.
All right.
21.
21, good. And then give me a roll. Give me a performance check, Lorana.
Okay, right. I have okay performance. Let's see. That is a 14.
Okay. All right. So the performance is indeed a success. So that will be another a +1. It was not critical. +1 in your excitement factor this week. And the audience just blows up. You can hear the cheering. You can hear the screaming. They are infatuated with what they just saw tonight and are mesmerized by everything. As the night comes to a close, the audience begins to let themselves out, and our 4 adventurers gather around the body as the professor walks up. And that's where we'll end for tonight.
We gather around the dead body of the
ringmaster.
ringleader. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Real quick, before we go farther, I want to say thank you to everybody that has stuck around this evening. We do have one more giveaway to give away. So real quick, I want to get this started because we are going to do an MVP for each week. And what that means is you'll come in with 2 hero points on the following week. So this is our main part of the giveaway. This is our flail snail, 3D printed a couple days ago by yours truly. And along with that, we get our first attempt at our giant moth, which is huge. He is missing his antenna, but for someone who wants a flail snail, you get a moth as well, and you could definitely add some antennae to it. All right. So that is our giveaway, our second giveaway for this evening. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. And then, Evelyn, could you put together an MVP voting? It's the one thing I will ask you since you do it so quickly.
I can do this real easy. I know this one.
So we're going to... How do I archive this one?
Also, our barbarian had a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the question?
Did we get any experience for knocking out the drunkards?
Oh, yes. You got 60. Thank you. Thank you.
Because that was a lot of effort.
So it should be 190 in total, correct?
Yes. I think so.
100. No, wait. I math wrong. 170.
1050.
99, 20.
I got.
No, yep, 190. 190.
190.
Was it 190?
Sorry, math. Yeah.
Math is always my strong suit.
Not I.
All right. I have the poll ready for when we're ready to put it up.
All right. It is exclamation points snail. I did it correctly this time. Go ahead and enter as always. All right. So each week we're going to be doing an MVP. Each of our characters will talk about why they believe they should be the MVP
Oh.
for that week. So we will begin with Grog this week. Grog, tell us why you should be the MVP this week.
Grog should be the MVP because he slashed that drunk guy almost in half and really didn't mean to. That's it.
All right. Tinderleaf, how about you? Why should you be MVP this week?
Because even though I failed, I did try many times to be as diplomatic as possible. But man, this crowd was really out for blood.
All right. Jax?
It turns out I'm not that bad with snakes.
That's what you got right there. I'm not that bad with snakes. All right. It's so funny. I'm not used to such short answers. They're succinct. All right, Lorana, go ahead.
Well, let's see. I made one of the gamblers run off with a message. I had the foresight to write snakes inside this box for anybody who came across the box. Vipers. Let's see. I had a critical success on my performance, and I aided Tinderleaf in his performance with lots of sparkles of flash. So that's why I should be stream MVP.
And you bonked somebody on the head.
I did bonk somebody,
True.
knocked her out. with my
True.
staff.
So a reminder, this does mean that whoever wins this will indeed get the 2 hero points at the start of next week. So let's go ahead and roll the poll.
Poll is up right now.
Tenderleaf did heal Mr. Tickles too. He did not mention that.
No.
I forgot I played with Mr. Tickles when we were doing this today. I'm glad the snake is fine.
I'm glad the snake is fine. So what'd you guys think of your first night?
That was awesome.
Fun.
After 20 years, yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah, and
It's been a long time.
let's just say next week will be interesting.
Oh. That doesn't sound ominous at all.
It will be an adventure.
$5 says the ringmaster isn't dead.
What? So one of the things I'm going to encourage as we move forward is don't be afraid to be investigative when it comes to non-combat related things. The skills compared to, for example, Pathfinder 1E are pared down, but they can be used for lots of different things. So just something to think about moving forward. I did like the way that you tried to use diplomacy. Unfortunately, literally in the script, it says they cannot be persuaded. So no matter what you rolled, you were going to fail. So those are those little things. Yes. Recall knowledge. That was another one. Yep. Recall knowledge can give you insight into, well, a variety of things based on what is you're trying to remember. The flanking, keep that in mind. The flanking is very helpful. Saw some good use of that as well. Get those votes in. Oh, see? Okay, look at that, Tinderleaf. You're not the only one. Because Goblin Cave TV is doing the same adventure path. They tried to negotiate.
It was a little frustrating, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Luckily
attempt.
you didn't try a third time around, because that would have been really frustrating.
Well, I was frustrated, and then I was like, and then I got really angry. I was like, I'm just going to try to kill him. And I was like, nope, shouldn't be a murder hobo. This isn't D&D.
Correct. Not D&D. There are consequences.
I mean, you shouldn't be a murder hobo in D&D either, but that's the point.
That's an entire class of D&D. Like murder hobo is usually a class, usually played by the most innocent and adorable
We have
person
a
in the entire group.
tie.
It's a tie.
All
We have a
right.
tie.
So we have a
Oh.
tie. So
Yes.
Nice.
there will be a essentially a reroll. Lorana's going to make a Lorana and Tinderleaf poll now
Yes, one moment.
because she's quick at it. And while we're waiting, from those still around, questions, comments, things that you think you'd like to see more of, things you'd like to see less of. Again, this is our first stream, so I will say that my 4 groupies did great. And as soon as this poll is finished, I'm going to kick everybody off to go get some rest.
It's bedtime.
It's only 1:10 a.m. here. All right, cast your final polls.
We're finally at a lockdown.
Oh, that's
Yeah!
exciting. I like that.
I made this
It's
one
been
last
a
a
week.
little less long.
Congratulations! They never actually pinned my state on a lockdown ever.
We had
Well.
3. We had 3 separate ones.
Oh, the good news with my state is that they used to do daily check-ins with the hospitals here, who would just like tell us numbers and such like that. The hospitals have decided that because the numbers have been so good the past 2 weeks, and that the vaccination is so good in this in the county and the city, that they have stopped doing them.
Nice.
Oh,
They are
that's right. I
They are
remember that.
discontinuing them now as of today. So they feel that we have moved into a good position.
Goblin, that's actually a really good idea, and I will use that as we do this more, because there are more circus events. So just so you know.
Mm.
So yeah, so that is actually a brilliant idea to have the roll happen first, and then describing the failure or the success. I love that. All right. Polls up. There cannot be a tie. It's tied 2-2. Get your votes in, please. Get
Someone
your
break
votes
the
in,
tie.
Players
please.
can't vote for themselves. That's the rule. You can't do it.
Oh, I haven't even voted because I don't have Twitch on right now, so I can't even vote.
Oh, that's right. He can vote because he doesn't have it
I'm
on.
not voting.
I'm not voting.
Come on, we need one more vote.
Just flip a coin if it's a tie again.
We could roll off.
We'll do a
Good
roll
roll
off.
Before.
Sorrow's Tale. What are we voting on? The MVP for this week.
Choose whatever name you like better.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a roll off.
it's a roll off.
Oh,
All right.
Oh,
D20, you two.
All right, let me see. I'll break out my
fair and
sparkly
square.
one. All right, you ready?
Not yet. I'm getting my dice back out. I put them up.
I'm gonna
Okay.
do it here.
Oh, you're actually gonna do yours like being able to see it?
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's a roll off.
Well, hold on. I don't have the ability to do that. I
he
don't have a
doesn't
dice
have a
tray.
tray.
That's an 11. You win.
Well done. And we finish with our entrant drawing. We have a winner.
It's Lee.
Lee
Oh,
wins the
terrific.
second roll. All right. So Leon and Phantom,
Roberts?
I'll get your guys' addresses in the Blue Box Discord. We do have a Discord. We're currently setting it up, though. We'll hopefully have it running by next week. So thank you all for tonight. Is there anybody we can raid this late? I don't even know.
I think Fable 42 is actually live right now. Let me look.
I'm showing Dork Tales.
No, they're on a replay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Dork Tales is up. Yeah, I don't know any of the other folks streaming right now.
All right. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna just there's a Rise of the Rune Lords running right now.
Great module.
Yeah.
So much fun.
So how do I raid them if I'm not following them?
/raid and then their name with the correct capitalization.
Okay. Oh, with the correct. Why don't I? Oh, jeez.
Do you want me to do it for you?
Yeah. Yeah. It's third action.
Third action
Yeah.
/ raid.
Capital T, capital 8 in third action.
You guys are just the best.
Should work.
There it is.
There you
There it
go.
goes.
All right. We're
Terrific.
finishing out with a raid to another Pathfinder because we need more Pathfinder peeps as we go along. Thank you all for a wonderful evening. We'll be back next week, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We need more West Coasties because that's like, what, 7 p.m. Pacific
7.
Standard Time? So,
7.
how do I just
It's
force
like
it
a
to-
hockey game.
Do I have to
Raid
let this...
now. I can push the button.
Oh, okay. Let's go. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Way!
Take care, buddies.
And we are.
There you go.
You guys were
Professionals.
fantastic.
Yay.
Well, now we're gonna need.
It's
you're
only
gonna
gonna
need,
get better.
You're
Like
gonna need.
it's,
You're gonna need raid emotes for.
I just realized that I'm using blue boxes.
Me too.
Oh my gosh.
Oops, I added a mad chat at the end
I
of my
see
raid.
that. Thank you
Edit the
guys.
bad chat raid.
I was gonna cut us a little earlier, but I wanted to. We were so close to the rest of the performances. That's why we ran long. So
Yeah.
I usually won't do that just because I know people need sleep. So thank you guys. Go to bed. That was a blast, and we'll kick some butt next week.
absolutely.
When I say we, I mean I'll probably kick butt because you guys are still injured. I mean, Grog only
Grog needs
has
some help.
7 health
heal.
points.
I'm a medic.
I'm out of health points, but if anybody has medicine and
I got
medicine
medicine.
stuff,
Yeah.
then
Good night, y'all.
Night.
Take care, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to heal some people. Good night, everybody.
All the best.
Dude, for the record, this is the latest that she stayed up in forever.
Well,
She goes to bed at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
She's 2.5 hours later than normal. She never does that for
That was fun.
anybody ever, which means she super likes you. In fact, she wants to do it for me half the time, so she might like you.